What was going on? In the town square, there was a massive gathering. What's going on? I wasn't sure. I can hear all their voices. They're so angry. It was like a mob. What was going on? And then I saw what was set up in the center of town. It was a platform with a rope hanging from it. They weren't planning on doing what it looked like, right? Come on, we have to get closer. I pulled Tone along by the hand as we crept towards the mob of people. Standing on the platform surrounded by two other townspeople was Noel. They were going to hang her. What do they think they're doing? They need to stop. You all are fools. This serves no purpose. You will all die. All of you devils shall die. Shut up, you witch. She's the cause of all this. We need to kill her. If we do, we'll be saved. Kill the witch. Kill the witch. Kill her. In no time at all, there was a roar of people crying out to kill Noel. I had to do something. This wasn't right. Noel was just a little girl. I need to open people's eyes. I had to stop this. You are all just devils. You are all heartless monsters. You care about nothing but yourselves. You... One of the men slapped her across the face. Silence, witch. String her up. End her before she curses us more. We need to kill her. She has to die. Only then will the darkness go away. These figures in front of me couldn't even be called people. They were just shadows of their former selves, gone insane from madness. People, calm yourselves. And then Pitch stepped onto the platform. There is no reason to succumb to such powerful emotion. I let out a sigh of relief. Pitch might be able to calm everyone down. You are only letting the witch influence you. What? Pitch? You're a fool. You are all fools. The Reaper's Night will happen again. Even if I die, nothing will end. You will all die. You will all kill those you love just like before. Your hands will go around their necks and they'll scream for help, but you will cast them into permanent darkness, you devils. You shall all kill everyone you care about. I froze. What? And then a word appeared in my mind. Possession. Mind control. Help me. Save me. Brother. I remembered what I was hearing. Hearing that I was awake, I heard those words. I could vaguely remember them. I stared down at my hands. No. It couldn't be. I would never. I couldn't. I wouldn't. I felt Tone's hand on my arm. Are you okay? You're shaking. I didn't know how to respond to that. It wasn't possible. It just wasn't. You're a fool. You're all fools. The Reaper's Night will happen again. Even if I die, nothing will end. You will all die. You will all kill those you love just like before. Your hands will go around their necks and they will scream for help, but you will cast them into the permanent darkness, you devils. You shall all kill everyone you care about. That night became known as the Reaper's Night. Not just Riker's family, almost 1/5 of the town died that night. Just what happened was a mystery. How could so many people die in a short span like that? Everyone was on alert now. No one felt safe, and with good reason. Last night people had their doors locked, but somehow, someone had gotten inside. Just like with what happened with Riker's house. As we went door to door, I tried to talk to Dad, but for the most part he shut me out. Most people refused to see Dad, and only talked to him through the door telling him to go away. From what I gathered, most houses lost only 1 or 2 people, so that each house still was left with at least 1 living person. Also, not every house was hit. It was a strange pattern. I have to say, this was definitely an effective use of the flashback in this scene. Like, this part gave me shivers while reading it. It's so creepy. I took a few deep breaths, and then snatched up the flashlight. I quickly scanned the room. My attacker was gone. I stepped down to the hallway. If the attacker fled this room, they could still be in the house. I decided to go and check on Riker's parents. I shined my light all around the room I saw nothing out of the ordinary. I walked over to their bed and pulled the covers off. I frowned. How was I going to tell Riker? Not only Holly, but his parents too. The doors were locked and the attacker just appeared and disappeared out of nowhere. But what if the attacker never appeared or left? Riker never made a move while I was getting attacked. What if it was because he was the one who was attacking me, unknowingly? No. That would mean I stared at my hands again. I could almost see Holly's blood on them. Did I? No, I wouldn't. But what other truth is there? There isn't one. I didn't I? I killed her. Even if I didn't know, does that make a difference? Does that really free me from guilt? I still killed her. I murdered her. My knees gave way. It was like I lost all my strength. Moving, talking, breathing. It all felt like too much work. Like my body was frozen. Kill the witch. Kill her. We must restore balance to our world. For the good of the world, we must save it from the nightmare. Kill, 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 kill. Everyone stopped for a moment in surprise. Dad made his way through the mob and to the platform. Stop it, all of you. This is a savage event and I will not let it go on. This is against the law. The law doesn't exist. She murdered my husband. She has to die. My wife and child died because of her. She killed them. Stop it. Noel did nothing and you all know that. She's just an orphan girl. She's just a little girl. You can only say that because you didn't lose anyone. You don't know our pain. You can never understand. You're acting like savages. This is not how we should act. Control yourselves. Don't give in to your animalistic nature. You're people. Don't do this. One of the townsmen standing on the platform walked up behind Dad and surprised him by putting a rope around his neck and began to strangle him. They pushed Dad down to his knees and held him there. Down with the witch, his accomplice. Yeah, he's just trying to trick us. He's on the witch's side. That's why his family is safe, while ours are dead. Pitch. Dad glanced up at Pitch for help. She was the only one who could stop them now. She smirked. It's all about the balance. Crimes must be punished. Like, for example, abusing your power and influence to cheat the system for your own child. She giggled as she started to walk away. You were a good person and a good officer of the law, always striving to protect everyone. But evil must be punished. Kill the witch's follower. Kill the witch. One of the townsmen reached into Dad's jacket and pulled out his pistol. He pointed right at Dad's head. Death to the witch. Dad's body fell to the ground. Death, 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 death. And then they turned towards Noel. Tears were running down her face. Fear was written all over her face as she shook and struggled to get away from the person holding her. No, no, no. Reality was sinking in for Noel, and it snapped her out of her dreamlike state. Stop, stop, no. They pulled her to the noose. Stop, stop, stop. I don't want to die. I don't want to. Mira, help me. Mira. No. No, I want to see the light again. Like Mira said. I want to see the flowers outside. Stop. No, don't do this. Someone save me. I don't want this. With one tug, Noel be gone. Just a memory of the past. Stop. Someone. Anyone. Mira. Her sobs fell on deaf ears as they tugged on the rope. Mom. Dad. I want to smile again. Really. Mira. I wanted to smile for you. I wanted to... I wanted to dream of. And that was it. Just like that, her voice was gone. Her life was gone. Her body hung there lifelessly, swaying back and forth. There! Everyone turned around and looked straight at Tone and myself. That's the subordinate of the witch's son. He must be in on it too. He's with the witch. We need to kill him. We need to kill all those connected to the witch. And now you can see the witch hunt's begun proper. Evan, snap out of it. We need to run. Tone tugged on my arm, but I was frozen. I couldn't feel anything. Dad was gone. I just watched him get executed. Evan! They pointed the gun at me. No! Tone jumped in front of me. Her scream caused my body to snap to action. I watched her body hit the ground. No. No, no, no! Kill the son of the supporter! One of the men grabbed me. They were so strong. I tried to fight them off, but it was no good. They forced me to my knees and pointed the gun right at my temple. Kill. Kill! We must be saved. We have to survive. This is justice for those that the witch killed. Oh, grow up, you babies. The arm of the person holding me went flying off. Pick up the gun, stupid! Don't just stand there! I snatched up the gun before anyone else could. Riker walked up next to me, holding his dad's shotgun. Come on, we need to get you somewhere safe. Any of you step towards us and I'll blow you to pieces. We're gonna get you out of town, no matter what. I'm not letting anything happen to my best friend. Sasha, I can't leave Sasha behind. Alright, go get your girl, and then meet me, you know where. I nodded and took off running, while Riker covered me. There is no place safe anymore. I had to get out of town, but I'd never leave Sasha behind. I loved her. I'd rather die with her than leave without her. Sasha, answer. This is urgent. I glanced around my flashlight. I didn't want anyone sneaking up on me. I needed to get moving soon. I was being hunted. It was only a matter of time before they arrived. Sasha, answer me. I know you're there. Evan, hello. Her tone was so strange. It held barely any emotion, almost like she was a robot. What happened to her? I need to get her away from this. Sasha, come with me. What? Why would I? Why would I want to leave my house? Stop with that tone. It's too passive. It's like you're dead. I'm not leaving my house. I have no reason to. Everything I need is here. Mira says I shouldn't leave. I should never leave. I was getting sick of this Mira. Stop it. You're not thinking for yourself. You're just letting others control your choices. Stop listening to her. Evan, I know that you mean well, but I'm fine here. Then what about me, damn it? Don't I mean anything to you? You said you have everything you need there, so you don't need me? You don't need me by your side? I don't know about you, but I can't live without you. I need you by my side. I love Sasha. I know this is strange to do over the walkie-talkie and completely out of the blue and sudden, but here it goes. Sasha Soriani, will you marry me? Will you be my fiancé? What a time to drop the question. Huh? What? You can't be serious. We're so young. We don't even know what we're gonna do. I don't care. Marry me. I love you too much to leave you behind. I'm leaving town and I want you to come with me. I want you to marry me. I would rather die than leave you behind. Why? Do I need a reason to love you? Stop. Stop. No, I won't stop loving you. I climbed the tree. This time I was going to take no for an answer. I kicked against the glass over and over again. I wasn't going to let it stand in my way. Once it shattered, I worked on the boards. I didn't care if my foot broke apart. If all the bones in my body just broke. I'd break these boards. Finally, I smashed open a hole. I could see my angel. I held up my hand to her. Come with me. She stared at my hand and then slowly reached out. But then, she looked behind me. She saw the darkness and fear echoed across her face. She pulled away and stepped back into her candle-filled room. I can't. I just can't. The darkness. Her fear was too strong. I started to climb into her room. Then I'll just sit here until the end. But then I stopped just before entering. If I stayed here, I'd just drag Sasha into it. I couldn't do that. Was my only choice really to leave her behind? I'll be back. I promise. You don't have to. Meet someone else, Evan. Just meet someone else and enjoy your life. I wasn't good enough for you anyway. Please, just move on. I'll never give up on you. Never. I'll be back. Sasha leaned over the window and kissed me. Goodbye, Evan. A tear slid down my face as I climbed down the tree. I didn't want to say goodbye. I sat on the porch, just swaying back and forth on the bench. My body didn't want to move. I felt if I walked away from the house, I'd never see Sasha again. I didn't want that. I heard a creaking sound. I shined my light over the right. Sasha's dad was standing there. I forgot about her dad. Her dad doesn't look much older than any of the others do. It's kind of silly. You want to take my little girl away, I heard. Yes, sir. I wasn't gonna lie. I was gonna face him head on. I can't let you do that. I let out a sigh. I figured as much. I didn't care to give him the time of day anymore. I didn't care what he thought anyway. I can't let you leave. What? Pain erupted on the back of my head and everything went black. Uh-oh, what's going on? Things are about to get weird, let me tell you that. Hey, time to wake up. I heard a voice, but it was far off, so hazy. Wake up. I felt something tap my cheek. My mind felt hazy, and then something hot. A super hot burning feeling on my chest. Pain soared through my body, causing my eyes to fly open, and my body to try to move. Blackness was the only thing I could see, and my body couldn't move. My wrists were tied down as were my feet, spread out, probably attached to something. I could feel the rope sticking to my skin. I could hear the flickering of candles, so I knew the room itself wasn't dark. I must be blindfolded. Just what was going on? There we go. You seem to be awake now. A little hot candle wax is a good wake-up call, it seems. I could still feel my chest burning from the hot wax, but other than that, my body felt cold. I could feel the cold, damp ground. Was I outside? Are you cold, Evan? A little. Did you strip me? I was getting a little nervous. Just what was he gonna do to me? He was Sasha's dad, so I thought I could trust him, but I really don't know anything about him. I'm afraid I have to. It's a requirement. Requirement? Just what was he gonna do to me? I struggled against the ropes, but all that it did was cause them to burn to my body tighter. You won't be able to free yourself, so I suggest not even trying. What? What are you doing? Let me go. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. On second thought, I'm not that sorry. You've been slowly corrupting my daughter, so I don't feel bad at all. I don't know what you're up to, but when Sasha finds out, she won't be happy. Don't worry, she won't. She doesn't even know about this hidden room in the cellar. Of course, a hidden room in the cellar. I had to find some way out of this. Listen, there must be something I could figure out by just listening. I could hear her dad shuffling around, and candles. Tugging on the ropes, I could hear little jiggles where there's some kind of chains on the floor, like some kind of prison or torture chamber. Yep, a torture chamber in the basement. How appropriate. Try to stay alive until the end, otherwise it'll fail. Fail? Just what was going on? I let out a scream as pain howled from my arm. I could feel a knife digging into my skin, carving into it like it was just a piece of meat. It says craving, but I think it's supposed to be carving. He is carving some letter or some shape into my arm. What are you doing? I howled through the pain. I'm going to make the darkness go away. I'm going to make all the bad blackness vanish. That vile monster, it has to go away. It has to, or else we'll all die. I thought we were all doomed, but then you came along. You revealed yourself. But even then, I didn't want to harm you. Sasha cares about you, so I wanted to try to find another way. But I can't let you take her away. If that is the cause, I'll just sacrifice you and get this nightmare over with. Sacrifice me? Was this some kind of ritual? This is madness. He was insane. You're nuts. How is killing me going to help you with anything? You really don't know anything, do you? You really don't know. This is funny. I was starting to get annoyed with people telling me that. I'd heard enough times. I heard the candle being set down next to my face. I could hear the flickering. I could feel the heat from the flame. I need to think of some way out of this, and fast. I had to get these ropes off. I heard Sasha's dad's footsteps head away from my body for the moment. If I was gonna act, it had to be now. This was a gamble, but it was the only thing that I could think of. Would it even work? I honestly had no clue, but I had to try. I had to try to escape. I stretched my body as far over as it could go. I craned my neck out, and after taking a deep breath, I grabbed the candle with my teeth. I wanted to scream. My mouth was on fire. I could feel the hot wax burning away my face and mouth. I needed to endure it just a little while. I pulled on the rope on my left side. I needed to try to determine how far away it was. I only had one chance. I couldn't blow it. I threw the candle with my mouth towards my wrist. My fingers could almost touch it. Just a little more. I needed to pull it towards my hand. Come on. I could feel the wax on my hand. It was burning away at my flesh, but I had more important things to worry about. I pointed the candle straight at my wrist. Come on. Come on. Hurry. Break. Burn through. The next few seconds seemed to go on forever, but finally I felt the rope release me. I quickly removed my blindfold and went right to the other side. And then my legs. Where do you think you're going? Sasha's dad grabbed me and held me down with the knife to my throat. This is for the good of everyone. Try to understand. You love Sasha, don't you? Then just die so her fears will go away. I didn't hesitate. I jammed the candle right into his eye. He let out a horrific scream as he jumped backward. I rose to my feet and snatched up another candle before bolting out the door. It was a long underground hallway. Both sides, I had no idea where they lead. Get back here, you little bastard. I didn't have time to think. I just needed to take a chance. If I chose wrong, I was screwed, but I had to choose. I ran and ran down the hallway. It just didn't seem to end. How long was this freaking hallway? Finally came to a large door. I grabbed the knobs. They were in some kind of strange shape, but I cared little to stop and see what it looked like. I slammed the door behind me and pressed my back against it. I looked at the room I was in. It was like a small library, filled with bookshelves and books, but that's it. Damn! I chose the wrong way. I waited pressed against the door. Eventually I considered myself safe and I stepped away. I was curious what was in this library of books. Just what kind of books are these? I moved a table that was in the room up against the door as a barricade and walked over to one of the bookshelves. None of the books had titles or anything. They also looked really old, but appeared to have been taken care of well. I guess I just needed to pick one and see what was in it. I grabbed one of the ones with the black colored spine and opened it up. 376, and a whole bunch of runes and gibberish, it seems. 385. I don't know, this doesn't seem to say a whole lot to us. I closed the book. I didn't understand the thing being said in it. It was written in some weird symbols. Or maybe the person was just fooling around, but it seemed like there was some kind of pattern, so it must be words. I didn't have time for this. I need to try to get out of here. I was hoping the books would shed some light on the situation, but if I can't read them, they're pointless. I moved the table out of the way and slowly opened the door. I was in luck. Sasha's dad didn't seem to be close by. I didn't know where I was or how long the hallway went. It was just a straight path. I was probably done for. I gulped and readied myself as I took a step out of the library into the hallway. I wasted no time and started running at my top speed. There was no reason to go slow, and all the reason to get out of here as fast as possible. The candle was so hot, and without any type of thing to hold it with, it was burning my hand. I was breathing hard as I kept running and running. I heard a sound behind me. I spun around and stared at the darkness. The path was a dead end. How could something have gotten behind me? With only the candle as my light source, I could only see the area right around me. It was at a time like this that I wish I still had my flashlight. Or maybe the black shroud might just be a blessing in disguise. While keeping an ear open for any noise behind me, I pressed on. I kept running and running. I passed by multiple four-way points. I just continued straight. How big is this guy's basement? Jeez. Unless there's like a whole underground passageway that connects most of the town, which could be a thing actually, and that'd be pretty creepy. I just continued straight. Just how large was this underground passageway? It went at least a few yards over. Were there other people connected to this than Sasha's parents, just as I was saying? And then I heard something. From behind me, it was a noise. A whirling noise. A mechanical noise. Does he have a chainsaw and is he pursuing us? A chainsaw? Oh my god. Well, to be fair, I did play this game before, but I'm very bad at remembering things. I gulped and took off running. I could hear it getting closer and closer. I threw open a door I entered. I could see stairs going up and a door that goes outside. I can escape. I had to escape. I need to get away from everyone. It was right behind me. I could hear the whirling in my ear. You're not getting away. I was roughly grabbed by my arm and thrown against the wall. The candle fell to the ground and rolled away. I could see the glint of the chainsaw as the blades rotated. I could hear their whirling. Hold still. I'm not finished. I can't kill you quite yet. If you keep trying to get away, I'll have to cut off your legs. And I really don't want to do that. That just seems too savage. You're gonna sacrifice me? You're nuts. Evan, this is for the good of everyone. You need to understand. What could I do? How could I fight back? He has a chainsaw and I have nothing. So Evan, what's it gonna be? Go back and be sacrificed peacefully or painfully? You can't win. Alright, I surrender. I didn't have a choice. The only way I was gonna get away with this is by being deceptive. That's a good boy. Your dad raised you well. I heard the chainsaw turn off, and he had his guard down. Now's my chance. I ran straight. I slammed into him, but still I kept running. I felt the chainsaw dig into me. Even though it wasn't running, it was still sharp, and it was ripping my arm up. I rammed him into the wall. He must be stunned by that. I heard him groan and cry out. I felt something. A sharp metal rod was piercing through his stomach and tapping my own. Blood was pouring out of his stomach and covering everything. No. No, I didn't want to kill. I've got to stop this bleeding. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't prepared for anything like this. Help. That's what I need. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get you some help. Hang on. I picked up the discarded candle and raced up the stairs and threw open the door to the outside. Damn. Things got pretty intense. I glanced around outside, but I could see basically nothing. The candle was just too weak and the darkness too powerful. It stood no chance. I stopped and fell to the ground. My heart was beating fast and my breaths came out quickly. I needed a moment to collect myself. How much longer could I deal with this? It was starting to get to me. I could feel it. My mind was becoming hazy and it was getting hard to think clearly and logically. This world was above the logic I knew. But that was a problem for another time. I needed to find help for Sasha's dad. I needed to save him. How would Sasha respond if I didn't? Would she hate me for killing her dad? Would she say we were over? Would she never want to see me again? I shook off those thoughts. I didn't even want to think about that possibility. I spotted a light in the distance. Was someone there? Could they help me? I hesitated. What if they were part of the mob from the plaza? No. I shook my head. I needed to not worry about that. Dad wouldn't. He'd rush on, out to help people in need. Dad. I ran towards the light. It was a lantern, and the carrier wasn't the only person. Sasha and her mom. I wasn't excited to see them. I didn't want them to find out about what happened. Ah, Evan, what are you doing streaking? Huh? My eyes widened. I had forgotten I was still naked. I'm sorry for this display. No, there's more important things right now. This isn't important though. You both need to come with me. Sasha, your dad, he's badly hurt, and he needs help now. The look I received was skepticism. I know I looked crazy running around naked and such, but come on, believe me. I believe you. Thank you. Hurry, follow me. I led them back to the cellar door. I took the lantern from Sasha and shined it into the dark room. See? Do you see? We need to help him now. Why were they giving me strange looks? Come on, hurry up, I stopped mid-sentence. Sasha's dad's body was gone. Not just that either, but the metal rod was too. I ran to the spot where I knew it had been. There's no blood either. But it was splashed all over the place. I looked at my own body. My injuries were still there. What? I dropped the lantern. Evan! The passageway, the hallway, it was gone. I felt around the walls, they were all solid. But it made no sense. There should be the hallway, and the library with the strange books, and that room, and Sasha's dad. I didn't imagine it. Evan, I didn't. The reason we weren't rushing to follow you is because we just left my dad behind a minute ago before we found you. We just saw him. What? No, you didn't. Yes, we did. I know my own dad. No, it's impossible. I shook my head. I killed him. He couldn't be out there. Well, he's bleeding then at least. Sasha shook her head. I'm not lying. Evan, we never said you were. I have the scars to prove what happened. Evan, I think you need a little rest. Why don't you come in and take a breather? You can even see that my husband's okay. I stood there in shock. What was going on? I didn't imagine the whole thing. I didn't. Did I? I wasn't sure anymore. The only thing that proved that what happened was that I was still naked and hurt, but there could be other explanations for those. I'm not crazy. You're just tired, Evan. You've been dealing with the darkness this whole time. It messed with your head. Maybe. Pretty weird. Just what's reality and what's being imagined? I don't know, it's hard to tell at this point. It really is.